Man, black folks so easy to infiltrate, man. It ain't even funny, man. Like, seriously. I'm looking at this whole protest thing, and from the whole protest thing all the way to the YouTubers who's supposed to be in this certain popularity circle. It's like, y'all motherfuckers are so easy to infiltrate. It's retarded. Like, none of y'all, it seems like all of y'all are so into the hype and so into trying to make sure your image is in perfect intact, to the point where y'all lose sight quick. Y'all be worrying about personal image. Y'all lose sight quick. All it takes is for somebody to say one or two bad things about you, and now you on YouTube making about 10, 20 videos trying to explain your side of the story. When that same time could have been used to keep applying pressure on the real situation at hand. But most of y'all lose sight quick. Soon as somebody say something about your toes or your nose or your fingers or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, nah, that wasn't me, and da-da. Look, man, ain't nobody paying that shit. No, man, I'm not looking at, I don't care about none of that shit. Like, really, like, if a motherfucker say you slapped the motherfucker across the way because of this and that, da-da-da-da, it ain't for you to get on YouTube and try to clarify that shit. If you slapped your motherfucker, you slapped your motherfucker. Who gives a shit? Especially, look, wolves don't worry about trying to look presentable in front of sheep unless the wolf is trying to infiltrate. And see, that's another thing that people don't understand when it comes to dealing with certain situations like that. Like, the more you try to make somebody seem like they are what they're not, the easier you're making it for them to infiltrate you. So really, you're reversing your own tactics onto yourself. All this shit about, and I'm gonna put a couple of names out there, Chosen King and shit about Cake 420 and all this whole other shit, man. Look, man, straight soap opera, dog. Like, who gives a fuck? This ain't about them. This is about Kenneka. If these motherfuckers is agents, dog, y'all really giving these agents time of the motherfucking day, and y'all really ain't talking about the shit they doing to make them an agent. Y'all talking about who like who and who said this about who and da-da-da. Nigga, if they ain't talking about fucked up fights and they giving people fucked up fights, and you ain't giving a motherfucker a reason to think why they are agents, all this other soap opera shit about who like who and who said this about who, man, that shit does is straight distracting, and you acting as an agent your damn self. If niggas ain't peeping game, man, and all this talking about your streets, your street this and your street that, sometimes, dog, let me tell y'all, and I always tell a motherfucker this shit here. You can be the streetest of the streetest nigga and still be a lame motherfucker, dog. And a lot of people don't get that shit. You can be the nigga who carry the most motherfucking guns and shoot the most motherfuckers, and you can still be a lame ass nigga, dog. That shit's so real and so sincere, and a lot of people really don't get that shit. They be really thinking that just because they fit the requirements of being a hoodlum or being a street nigga, because they fit the image, that they ain't lame. I done seen some of the most streetest niggas do some of the most lamest shit, and they'll make you spin your head like, huh? Like, why the fuck they do that? But other motherfuckers accept it because, man, I know that nigga, yeah, man, he'll kill a nigga, boy, hell yeah. I don't give a fuck. That nigga still lame as fuck. Nigga, you got motherfuckers in the Army, Marine, Navy that will straight kill a motherfucker. That don't mean they come back home, them niggas don't do some of the lamest shit. They still be some police ass niggas half the time. Fucking with people half the time. They get on these motherfucking police, get in these police departments and get in these streets and do some of the lamest shit towards niggas. Come on, man, that shit don't make you a real motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about your street credits. Fuck that. If you ain't pointing out your street credits for credibility of what you talking about, then don't point out that street shit. Cause it's pathetic. Nigga don't give a fuck about that. And that's a part of the fucking problem, because kids thinking that because you got street credit, you ain't lame. So they out here doing lame ass shit, shooting each other for no motherfucking reason. Oh, because of this, that, and the other, da 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 da. You ain't threatening my life now one motherfucking bit, but I'm gonna shoot the shit out you because I'm in the game. And that's making me popular. Come on, man. But y'all adding on to that. Y'all adding on to that behavior by trying to kick out your street credit out there, but you ain't telling nobody why you using your street credit. What your street credit for? What are you using your street credit for? To tell somebody who used to do it to look bad, or to let somebody know that you are acquired to the information that you popping out, that we can rely on you because you know what you're talking about. Other than that, the nigga don't want to hear about your street credits. So, I mean, these are things that I'm starting to see. I mean, I've been seeing it. It's crazy how you try to mention things to certain people, dog, and that shit do not get across. And you have to find the best platform to get that shit across. Like Facebook, dog, I be on Facebook, man, trying to say some of the truest shit. Motherfuckers do not be paying attention to that shit, bruh. They look for the fake ass, falsified bullshit. Just like they rather listen to this bullshit on radio and then get on the internet and complain about, oh, it ain't no good music out here. How the fuck? There's so much good music out here. But motherfuckers rather listen to this bullshit that they kicking on the radio. And y'all already know why they putting this shit on the radio. The fuck with your fucking mindset, because they know black people are the only motherfuckers that's really listening to that shit. When you hear white people listening to our fucked up music, you know why they doing that? To identify with your ass. That's it. They ain't doing that shit because it's cool to them. They doing it to identify with your ass. Even when they doing it in the house by themselves or riding around in the car by themselves and they doing that shit, guess why they doing that? To practice identifying with your ass. Man, this shit is so fucking easy to this pathetic on our part. And we ought to be ashamed of ourselves. Those who claim they done been there. Those who claim they done seen that. We ought to be ashamed of ourselves, calling ourselves leaders and appointing our time to bullshit and being infiltrated. We ought to be ashamed of ourselves, dog. Like, really. You got people who, I mean, we talk bad about, you know, people like Jesse Jackson and you know, Al Sharpton, and we talk about how they been infiltrated and things like that. But I have yet to see how they turn things into a circus when it wasn't necessary to bring out the facts about a situation. Sometimes you can turn things into a circus to bring out the facts about a situation. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's done on purpose. But I'm not seeing that tactic here. I'm seeing niggas being infiltrated, like point blank period. That's what I'm seeing. And it's like ridiculous. How are y'all allowing this to happen? But I get it, because a lot of us are not paying attention, and a lot of us are so into the hype. Soon as I see a small circle of people start gathering that don't really know each other like that, they just start gathering off of popularity, and they call themselves trying to unite. I say, now that circle is going to need somebody there to keep it intact. And I hope those people that's in that circle are willing to listen, because if not, that circle will be broken up easily. And I see it happen every time. And the last few times it has happened, it really wasn't funny at all, because they was really needed, and they was really being accepted as the chosen people to help with the certain situation. And that situation was like, you know, lingering and needed for help, in need for help. Because the circle didn't, those people fell off. They fell off. They fell off away from the purpose, and later on was infiltrated, dismantled. So I don't know what we gonna do as black folks, man. I really don't know what we gonna do as black folks, because and they'll send black folks at you too, dog. Like, they'll send other black folks to blend in with your ass. Look, let me tell y'all something. If a motherfucker ain't talking like I'm talking, and I ain't saying you gotta follow me, you ain't got to follow me worth shit. But I would appreciate if you listen, so we can get this shit together. A motherfucker ain't gotta give me credit for nothing. That's why a lot of times, dog, I prefer not to even show my motherfucking face, because I don't need your credit. When I want credit for something, I'll make sure I get that credit. I will get that credit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that hard to get credit. So if motherfuckers just learn how to listen, we get so egotistic about shit all the fucking time. And that's mainly the problem. That's mainly the way that they infiltrate us. Our fucking egos. And I'm talking about men and women. This ain't even, they used to say this is like a woman thing. Hell, I mean a man thing. They used to say ego was a man thing. Hell no. That shit is both. I see it in both. That shit gets worse. All it takes for a motherfucker to say one thing about you and you flying off. So, if people just learn how to listen without getting offended all the fucking time, that be the lame. And you know what? That's what make people lame as fuck. Being offended all the fucking time about every little fucking thing. Offended. That's what make most shooters lame as fuck. Oh, I'm a killer, but you lame as fuck. Cause you get offended by the smallest shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we say this about somebody else, how lame a motherfucker is because they so petty. Right? We say, man, that motherfucker there getting offended by every little thing, you're a pussy. You get offended by every little thing, nigga be over there crying about every little thing. Now put a gun in that person's hand and let him go shoot somebody for every time he get offended. He ain't pussy no more now, huh? Cause he killing niggas for it, huh? No, you still lame as fuck. Cause you get offended by every little thing. So what are we doing? What are we so mad about? What are we so mad about? Why are we so offended? What are we trying to prove? And why are we trying to prove every little thing all the time? I'm talking about this all the time. I'm trying to prove something. All the time. Unnecessary shit. We don't need to prove the unnecessary shit. Because that's why you're getting infiltrated. That's how you're being infiltrated. All this fight the power bullshit. Y'all better step back. Get out of the hype. Don't believe the hype. That's so old. Don't believe the hype. That's so old, but that shit still apply. Don't believe the hype. Step back sometime and look at shit. You ain't got to make a video every fucking day. If the people know you for good information, they gonna subscribe and they gonna see. They gonna see. So you ain't got to make a video every fucking day trying to keep up with the people. Because a lot of y'all will start making videos just to be making motherfucking videos. Just to be fucking seen. The people gonna see you. If they subscribe to you, they gonna see you. Chill out. Because that right there is even causing y'all to be manipulated. Spending so much time making videos. You get caught in the hype. You get caught in the little circle, the popularity circle. Y'all so easy, man. Like, seriously, quit being so fucking easy, dog. And quit being so fucking offended about every little thing, man.